Hi everyone, and welcome to this edition of Comet Conversation. And we are joined on today's program by Julie Hammond. Julie is one of our teachers at Nord School. And Julie, first of all, thank you so much for joining us on today's program.
Thank you for having me.
Well, it's my understanding that here recently we had just a very neat program that you kind of coordinated at Nord School there. And I was just wondering if you could share a little bit with our viewers about what that program was all about and maybe how it came together.
Absolutely. So I know there's been a growing concern, especially in the schools, with mental health and those kinds of issues, and getting some traction on people wanting to have conversations about that. And so I thought it would be a great idea to bring it to the lower grades, where we know that prevention in everything is so much more powerful than trying to fix things later. So I kind of got the idea from another program I had been to. It was a high school program, and I thought we could do this at the younger grades. So I got together with some other teachers that I thought would be interested in promoting this also, and Jen Call particularly was really helpful in pulling this off. So together we kind of came up with, Miss Giovinazzo gave me a card of someone from Firelands Counseling and Recovery, and that kind of got the ball rolling. I called her and said, hey, what could you do? And she said, oh, I could do a speech. And so that kind of got the ball rolling. And so we had 10 organizations that deal with mental health represented, and Firelands Counseling and Recovery provided us with a speaker to talk to our parents about depression and anxiety in young children.
And they're a local agency, correct?
Correct, yes,
Okay.
The Lorain County agency, yeah.
Okay. So, and how many people did we have attend this program?
Yeah, so we had we were hoping if 50 people come, we would have considered that a success. And we had about 70 parents show up.
Wow, that's incredible.
And about 30 staff members there helping, but I have to tell you, the staff, I mean, they donated, they did things beforehand. I mean, there just was an amazing support system going on, so.
Well, unfortunately, I was unable to be there that night due to another commitment, but I heard just wonderful things about the program. I know Mike Molnar, our assistant superintendent, was there and just told me it went very, very well and was very well attended. And I'm guessing that this program may be something we look at on an annual basis?
I would like to do that. In fact, one thing, and if anybody wants to email me, that would be fine, but one thing I forgot to do was get some feedback from the parents. So, topics they might want to hear about. I mean, depression and anxiety is a starting point, but there are lots of brain disorders. And so, getting some feedback on what people would like to hear. So we'll probably be doing that and then getting this together again for next year.
Well, that's awesome, and I think it's so important, and please feel free to speak to this if you'd like, but education just isn't about schools. It's about families and schools and community agencies, in this case, coming together.
Yeah. And
it's when we all work together that education really works the way it's intended to. Could you speak to that a little bit?
I agree with you, and we have a foundation. Actually lost my son to bipolar disorder. One reason it's very important to me to get this message out there. But, there's so much stigma and so many parents are afraid to speak up or say things. And our slogan for our foundation is education is greater than stigma. Because just knowing the resources, who you can go to, knowing that you can talk about something, knowing the signs, just knowing what to expect, and sometimes saying, well, I thought this, but it's not that, so just knowing, I think it's the whole child, and we really, if we want to grow successful children in a successful community, then we need to look at the whole child.
Absolutely, and I just thank you so much, Julie, for your willingness to coordinate this program. And as I said, I just heard wonderful things about not only your work, but everybody who kind of came together on this project.
Amazing.
But thank you for taking the initiative to put this very important program together, and we certainly look forward to programs in the coming years.
Yes.
Anything in closing that you would want our viewers to know?
I just was amazed at the support. I mean, it doesn't surprise me, but I was amazed. It's just amazing to see the support, and just a great thank you to the community in general, and just an invitation to just pursue these things and don't give up on learning, because that's what we are all about. But
absolutely, and these mental health issues are things that demand our attention. And again, thank you for making this a priority and making it happen.
All right, thank you.
And thank you again to you, our viewing audience. And as always, if you ever have any questions, comments, or concerns about the Amherst schools, please feel free to give me a call at the board office. That number is 440-988-4406. Thank you so much, and go Comets!